The Sunshine State, a hotbed of passionate football fans. It is not hard to find where rivalry battle lines in the state.
Good luck, buddy.
On a day like today, these two are due to lock up once again, and we can't wait to get it started. This is a live look at the Swamp, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium in Gainesville. It's the Florida State Seminoles and the Florida Gators. Alongside David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Guys, checking in with the Gators head coach before the game. He understands everything is on the line in this rivalry matchup. He had a conversation with his team with the conference championship and the playoffs on the line. They have to keep their poise and composure. They can't let a rivalry game knock them off their path. We'll see how composed his team can play today. Guys?
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Fielded in the end zone, it's Mays. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'll run this play from the pistol. Off play action on first down. Got out of trouble and throws. Right side, it's Mays. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. The offense lining up for a first down play. Handoff for Ball. They put the brakes on him.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Motion from the wideout. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Pryor. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
And we kind of wondered coming into this game, did they want to run it up the middle? Did they want to run it near that big fella at defensive tackle? Because he's a grown man, makes plays all over the field. They try him early. I wonder if they'll keep trying it, because we haven't seen a lot of people week in and week out that has been able to block that big fella.
Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. The screen, he can go. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. And the Gators will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Oh, it's off the side of his foot. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll check the spot. Think they'll have it right around the 40-yard line. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Guys, you might know Florida State was once a women's college. Didn't start playing football until later. And in fact, didn't start playing the Gators until 1958.
Even though they haven't been playing a long time, this game has featured so many of the biggest names in the sport. You think about Bobby Bowden, Steve Spurrier on the sidelines, Charlie Ward, Chris Swanky, Tim Tebow, Danny Werfel, Heisman Trophy winners. This game has had it all.
They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. They'll give it to him again. Turning it on! And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The Noles want to move quickly. They'll run it. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Finding some room. Touchdown, Florida State. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off with a 40-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Here comes the heat. Out wide right, it's Pryor. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Wants to throw one first. In the backfield, it's Pryor. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Setting up the screen. Past the 40. On the move at the 30. Makes the grab in their space. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
And I think they found a matchup they like, man. This running back has been a problem out of the backfield. We know he can run it, but the matchups now, who's going to cover him? Is it a linebacker? Is it a safety? Right now, this offense, they found something with him catching the football out of the backfield, and they just keep going back to it.
The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. A run for the quarterback. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground.
Looking for the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, he's got some, headed to the end zone. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
How nice is it as a play caller on a critical 3rd down in a pretty obvious passing situation when you've got a guy like this that can just take off and go get you the first down, right? There's no panic. Nothing's open downfield. Great job in coverage, but that's not a problem because I just know it's like backyard football again growing up as a kid. He just takes off. He's a better athlete than anybody you've got, and he gets the first down.
Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Here's a give the ball. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
After getting stopped on that 2nd down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
The line of scrimmage, the 2, and these final 2 yards might be the toughest here on 3rd down. Next going for the goal line, and he charges across the line. Touchdown, Gators! setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point is good. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Daniels. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get him the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they come back to him and find a way to throw him the football somewhere.
And a short gain here in the first quarter will come to a close. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Good timing on the quick out. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. And the Noles will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. Looking to throw for it. Left side is Pryor. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning 2. That was beautiful.
The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Sells to run, looking to pass. Look out! Right side, it's Wilson. There he goes!
And I really certainly love the idea of this guy running crossing routes, right, guys? He's got the speed to separate from defenders, but if you could put it out in front of him on the run, he's going to catch that thing and turn it up, and you saw all the yards after catch on that one. That was a big-time play, really nice play design for a guy with tremendous speed.
No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Timeout called as the play clock had gotten down to 3 seconds. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wide receiver comes in motion. He'll be forced out of bounds after the nice gain on the run.
And the offense, they don't choose to go downhill, be physical. They try to get it on the perimeter. Stay away from some of those defensive linemen, but you could tell DBs, linebackers, not scared. Nice job playing fast, trusting their eyes, and forcing a 3rd down.
And they've moved closer, and still they need 2 yards, 3rd and goal. The play fake. They're all over him. Touchdown, Gator! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Ready to try the point after. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Let's see what he can do with the return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He'll be stopped at his own 23-yard line, but he's got enough to move the chains and pick up the 1st down. Seminoles have always been known for explosive, flashy, big plays, but think of guys like Dalvin Cook and the toughness that he ran with. That's on display here.
And then those guys that I think of, too, with work done, where you hand them the football and big plays can happen, and offenses have been built around that for years in Florida State, finding that guy to hand the ball to.
They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the 1st down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun, running back on the move. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Daniels. Moving out to the right. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Out wide right, it's Croma. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Robinson. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, give the defense credit on that one, because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there.
Looking for a deep man. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep ones.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
The Seminoles decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. FSU calling it second timeout. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Pryor. Gain of 2 on the play sets up 3rd and 8. Florida State calls its third and final timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. Clock is stopped. Florida has called a timeout. It's second. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. They'll run out of the gun with Jaden Ball. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. And the Gators will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Punt is on its way. Going to field this one in tight quarters. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. So the first play of the drive starting here from the 45. wide receiver going in motion. Scanning the field, it's Daniels. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
The Seminoles will try to pin them back with the punt. And that one will find its way into the end zone for a touchback. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye that Bull Gator head, let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. Let's start with the Western Michigan Broncos taking on the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. And it's Western Michigan trying to keep the ball rolling with their 11th straight win. It's been a dream season following that early loss. This will be a dangerous postseason team. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Daniels. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap. Try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer right now.
Going for the big play. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Yeah, and the defensive line, you know, 3rd and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on 3rd down.
Oh, my, he just shanked that one. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Driven back.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Selling the fake. Intercepted, just what the defense's doctor ordered. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
On the ground, it's Chroma. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. And the Seminoles moving quickly to the line. Run in the red zone, it's Singleton. Breaks into the open. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Touchdown Seminoles! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And the extra point is good. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. The screen, he's got wheels. Could not make his way to the corner.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Makes the catch, it's Pryor. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. On the run, fires downfield. Lights up, and oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery.
And late in the football games, coaches are like, don't make the mistake. In this offense, they just did it. Tie football game, they put the ball on the deck, the defense recovers. Now they're going to have to depend on their defense to come out, get a stop, and keep them in this football game.
He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
And And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. Sets his feet. It's Daniels. Gonna let it fly. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. Before they snap it on fourth down, we have a timeout call. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. The Seminoles will send out the punt unit. This will be the 5th kick of the night. He makes the catch at the 10. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. In traffic, it's Brown. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Man, listen, you get zone coverage and you can hit that curl route and he comes open continually. Keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. Plows through the defense. Turning it on. He's inside the 40. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
One of the things I love about these misdirection-type plays is that you can pull offensive linemen and get extra bodies at the point of attack. So you're setting yourself up with good angles if you execute it properly, David, and you saw it right there.
And saying the word angles means a lot because that's exactly what you do. Now I can block down and I can leave somebody unblocked, pull around, kick him out, use misdirection in the backfield. Really just get your eyes as a defense on something else and then go the other direction. Nice misdirection play call by this offense.
Motion from the wideout. Drops back on 1st down. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Trying to establish the run. Enough to move the chains. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
1st down here for the offense. Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th all tied up. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Looking for a crease. It's Singleton. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and get...
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
You know, as an offense, you're playing this defense, and you're in a 3-4 alignment. You're worried about the pass rush coming off the edge. How about big fella in the middle? Completely collapse the pocket on that play.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. Bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Gators sending the offense back to work. So the big turnover, the interception, setting up this offense in a tie game with a chance to drive for the go-ahead score. Caught in the backfield, it's Pryor. Oh, he's got some space. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
A 1st down run in the red zone. Touchdown, Florida. They move on top here in the 4th.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Getting set for the point after. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. And now this offense needs a late 4th quarter drive to answer that last touchdown. Got the 1st down. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. And the Seminoles will hustle to the line.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
Drop immediately. He got nothing on 1st down. If you can't win it all, you might as well try to ruin things for your rival, and that's exactly what we've got working here. Got it in the middle. It's Robinson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline and you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. So the defense sets them up with that interception. Now a couple of 1st downs, maybe even punching a score, and they'll go home with the W. Quick give. It's Ball. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if they're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
There's a reason you drag the record books to the recycle bin in a rivalry game. Upsets, and we've got one looming. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to pass on second down. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Incomplete. They fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground. This defense forcing them to throw into tight windows. They need another stop on 3rd and long. Off-play action. Throws to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Brown. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
And with the lead late in this game, how about going play action? The run fake just freezes the defenders for a split second, helps make the throw a whole lot easier. They get the first down and tick, 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 tick.
Straight ahead, it's Pryor. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll give it to Ball. Got enough for the first down. He now has 53 yards on the ground, and that magical 1,000-yard mark is oh so close.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing, you need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
This offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock.
Black 18! Black 18! Go!
Ball again. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. So they'll use a timeout here. 1 more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick its way to the end zone. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. They keep pushing forward down to the 3, but now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Ball. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and it did not pay off.
And, man, that's a good job by this defense. Great job being physical, penetrating, getting in the backfield, 3rd and goal, expecting run, getting in there, and now forcing a decision for this offense, forcing the 4th down and goal.
Whistle blows, clock stops, and there are 2 minutes left to play in this one. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And he got it! And that will extend their lead even further.
That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
Not a chance he lets that one go. He's bringing it out. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Dropping back, it's Daniels. Just not enough on that one.
And a lot of times football, man, it's just about confidence and feeling good and getting in a rhythm. That's not what this offense has done all day. And now in a moment where you need it, you got to put it together. Where do they go? Like, who is their go-to guy? What is their go-to play? They've struggled all day, but you can erase all of that with one drive right here.
Open space at the 25. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Rush right in his face. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. It's very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. They're going to go for it, and they're not going to huddle here on fourth down. Rush is on, trying to get away. At the 35, he's loose. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off.
This guy is such a competitor, man. He knows his team is down, and they're on the road. They're dealing with the crowd noise. They're dealing with this pass rush. It's late in the game. He's got to make something happen, and he does right there on fourth down. Nothing open. He's able to take off and go get it.
He's loose. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here.
When you're trailing in the fourth quarter, it's so hard to get drives together because the clock starts to be your enemy. Really heads-up play by the quarterback. Get in the first down, get out of bounds, and stop the clock.
First catch of his career, and you see why they believe this freshman tight end can contribute early. Back to pass, it's Daniels. He's got it on the run. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
And he puts through the extra point. Just under 30 seconds left, so they've got a chance if they can get this onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
And you're just waiting for that right bounce, that right skip for that ball to get 10 yards to try to make something happen and make a miracle come to fruition. And, Palmer, it's not going to happen. The defense's hands team, they were ready, they were dialed in, and they get the football back.
Yeah, they fall on that one, David, and they can breathe a little bit easier now. But let's be honest, I mean, in college football, we've seen crazier things happen in these types of situations. The ball takes a crazy bounce. There's always a chance. You've got to give the receiving team there a lot of credit. The hands team gets it done, and they win the game.
It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go into the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.